Well, good evening, everyone. Tuesday conversation coming at you. Today was the last day of registering to vote. So I hope that you got out there and got registered to vote, because today was the last day. But again, today is also 28 days until the election on November 6th, and just 13 days before early voting starts. And of course, like I always say, I encourage you to go early vote. Get it out of the way, so that way you can go get all your neighbors and all your friends, and you can get them to go vote as well, so that we can start electing our representatives that represent us in our government, whether it's local, state, or federal, with a majority of the population. So get out there and vote. 13 days until it starts on October 22nd. And it goes from October 22nd through November 2nd. And over the weekend on Saturday, Sunday, during that 2-week period. So there's always a chance to get out there and early vote. And of course, in early voting, you can go to any polling location in the county and vote. You don't have to go to a specific one. You can go to any of the early voting locations. So again, I encourage you to do that. We had a great week this week. We went to a lot of great events. The Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce Lobster Fest. Really a good time. We had a great time at that. And Saturday we had a really busy day. The first annual bed race for Family Promise in downtown Conroe. We had a really good time doing that. It was a lot of fun. I encourage everyone to look into it and sign up to do it next year, so that we can have double the teams that we had. I think we had 10 teams out there this year. Let's double it and make it 20, maybe 30 teams next year. It was a lot of fun. And we also did Octo-BEAR-fest in Montgomery. That was a great time. Great job, Katie. We really enjoyed ourselves. What a great event that was, and for a great cause. And we had a good time. And we ended the day with the Fire and Ice Festival in East County, which was a really, really good time. We had some carnival games at our tent, and the kids really enjoyed it. And we had a lot of fun, and there was a great fireworks show to end it out at the end of the day. Plus, I got to play in some snow and got to go ice skating, even though it was 90 degrees outside. So go figure. October in Texas. But it was a lot of fun. And again, we got 4 weeks left. We're driving forward. We're having a great time, getting out there, meeting people. I encourage you to go to my Facebook page and follow my Facebook page, like my Facebook page, Jay Stittleburg, the number 4, county judge. It has all my events on there, and I encourage you to go to them and come and listen to what I have to say and ask me questions. And so here's what I have to say. You know, there's a lot of talk out there right now about all kinds of different things, especially when it comes to being a Democrat. Which I find it pretty humorous sometimes at the kind of stuff I hear. But let me tell you this. This is what I have to say to people that think because you're a Democrat that you're trying to ruin the country. You don't have good intentions, anything like that. I mean, the division we have in our country, the polarization we have in our country is really at an all-time high. And we're never going to get back to a place where we can actually get things done until we can get to a place where we can sit at a table and talk to each other. Because quite frankly, certainly with this experience I've had for the last, almost a year and a half, talking to people of every political affiliation, that we have so much more in common than we don't. And, you know, when we can sit and talk to each other and understand and respect each other for the fact that we have differences, and it's okay. Again, I've said this many times. That's why we live in America. It's okay to have differences with somebody. Because at the end of the day, I don't pick my friends based on a party affiliation. I don't pick the businesses I do business with based on party affiliations. I use much better choices in how I choose my friends and how I choose the businesses I do business with. Party affiliation is not even in the equation, quite honestly. It's all about character and action and ability and how we treat people, and can we have a civil discussion, and yeah, can we disagree on things, and that's okay, and sometimes we agree to disagree. But here's what I'll say specifically. Let me recite something to you. The oath of office that I took when I got commissioned in the United States military. I swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. That's the oath of office I took when I became a commissioned officer in the military. And it didn't matter what my party affiliation was. I didn't pledge an allegiance to a party. I didn't pledge allegiance to a person. I didn't pledge allegiance to a business. I pledged allegiance to the Constitution of the United States. And I've lived by that pledge and that oath my entire life. And that will never change, because that oath doesn't ever go away. So all I can say to you is, if you want to question my intentions of what I want to do in Montgomery County as the county judge, then come to an event and ask me, and I will be more than happy to tell you exactly what my intentions are, to make Montgomery County the best place to live in the United States of America. And I will do that to the best of my ability. So, again, we have 4 weeks until the election, 13 days until early voting starts. I encourage you to do your research. There's lots of races to vote on in the county during this election cycle, and I encourage you to be an informed voter. Do your research. And the best way to do research is go to events and listen to the candidates and ask them questions and listen to their answers. Don't just look at party affiliations, because at the end of the day, you need to ask questions and hear what they want to do for you. Again, this has been a great week. I'm looking forward to the next week. I'm looking forward to this 4 weeks coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope I will see you out there. Take care, and we'll see you next week.